The prevalence of online services has changed public outreach. Here are 5 rules of modern public outreach. Number 1, make sure to know which public outreach activities are most rewarding, both for you personally and for your personal branding. What most activities that you do for your group, such as talks or workshops on a topic that you're an expert in, may help you within your group. What you do on Twitter may help you with your field, with colleagues from across the world. So outreach activities that have a larger impact, a larger potential audience, might reap more benefits for you. So if you are interested in starting a lecture series for your group, consider writing the lecture notes and publishing them on a blog, maybe as a YouTube lecture series. You'll reach a larger audience, you'll make sure people know you're an expert on a particular topic, and you'll find colleagues working in a similar field with similar interests. Perhaps that's a great way into a collaboration. Number 2, it's always a good idea to create a good public image of yourself and build your professional network. Now, in the old days, you'd go to conferences, you'd meet colleagues, you'd network, you'd have lunch and dinner together, and you may stay in touch, you may send each other an email, you may not. Nowadays, you're friends on Facebook, you follow each other on Twitter. It's so easy to send a sentence to a colleague from across the world and get an answer hours later. Networking has become much easier, but also much faster. Make sure that when you create your online presence, you do a good job. You want to be able to be reachable. When people contact you with a question, answer. When your colleagues comment on a paper on an online social media network, comment as well. Get in touch, involve yourself in the community, and be approachable. Number 3, consider the social impact of your work. There are many alt metrics, as they call it, that measure the impact of your research papers within an audience that may not be fully academic. For example, how many times has your article been shared online? How many news articles have been written about it? These are all factors that tell you how your work has been accepted in the public. And it may not be a citation count or an impact factor, but it also tells you how much the public is aware of your work. And public awareness of your work does help you with winning grants, does make the public more aware of the issues and the successes in your field, which is what you want if you want your field to progress and advance. Number 4, be searchable. It's so often that it happens that you're in a talk by a colleague, you hear their name, you hear their institution, you write their name and institution in Google, and what do you find? One web page on their institution's website where they might list their email and phone number and nothing else. Imagine a different scenario. Imagine you have a personal website that has been edited in the past decade. You know, you can do this. There are so many free services that can help you create a website in 10 minutes. You can list your research interests, the colleagues you work with, members of your group, papers you've published or the ones that you're most proud of, lectures you're doing. This is a much better way to let people get to know you and get in touch with you more easily. Remember, you're always what your online presence shows you to be. You're either unapproachable or you're approachable. Number 5, think about sharing this information about your work or the work of your group. If you combine all the information, the notes, the data, everything you've been working on, and you hand it to people online in the form of open data coming together with your article, or perhaps an accompanying layman's blog post explaining your recent discoveries, you're gonna reach a much wider audience. And I mean, if you want to make sure your work gets read, understood, appreciated, but also if you want to dream of having an interdisciplinary project in the future, this is what you want to do. to make sure the people who are not experts in your particular field still feel invited to join in your research. So have fun, network well, and enjoy all the benefits given to us by Internet public outreach.